रेडियो उड़ान के अपडेट्स लेने के लिए इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और इस वीडियो को ज्यादा से ज्यादा लाइक कीजिए और शेयर कीजिए। फॉर मोर इन्फो लॉग ऑन टू www.radioudan.com।
इस कार्यक्रम में भाग लेने वाले प्रतिभागियों के द्वारा दी जाने वाली जानकारी अथवा की जाने वाली चर्चा वास्तविक और काल्पनिक दोनों ही हो सकती हैं। चर्चा के दौरान किसी व्यक्ति के द्वारा दिए गए कथन एवं तथ्य के लिए कार्यक्रम के प्रस्तोता, प्रस्तुतकर्ता अथवा रेडियो स्टेशन प्रत्यक्ष या अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से जिम्मेवार नहीं है।
जी दोस्तों, नमस्कार, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल। मैं दानिश महाजन। रविवार का दिन बात डिसेबिलिटी पर और डिसेबिलिटी इशू से रिलेटेड। आज हमारे साथ जो गेस्ट हैं उनसे हम बात करेंगे पैरालंपिक स्पोर्ट्स के ऊपर। पैरालंपिक्स में क्या हुआ है, इन स्पोर्ट्स में क्या अचीवमेंट्स रही हैं, क्या पॉजिटिव चीज़ें आई हैं, कहाँ हमें और इम्प्रूव करने की ज़रूरत है, कहाँ क्रिटिकल एनालिसिस करने की ज़रूरत है। सो डॉक्टर पद्मनी हमारे साथ हैं। तो रिसेंटली शी गोट हर PhD एंड नाउ शी इज डॉक्टर पद्मनी। तो आपको बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद। डिसेबिलिटी स्पोर्ट्स रिसर्चर हैं और साथ ही साथ एक्टिविस्ट हैं। डिसेबिलिटी स्पोर्ट्स पर पहनी नज़र रखती हैं। तो पैरालंपिक पर हम आज इस शो में पूरी डिटेल्ड बात करेंगे। तो आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत मैम, और सबसे पहले आपको मुबारकें।
धन्यवाद दानिश जी।
पैरालंपिक में काफ़ी शानदार प्रदर्शन रहा, 10 मेडल आए, आप कैसे देखते हैं इसे?
10 मेडल या 1 मेडल, हर एक पैरालंपिक मेडल देश में जिस किसी देश के जो भी सिटीजन है जिनको डिसेबिलिटी है किसी भी प्रकार का, उनके लिए हर एक मेडल एक आगे बढ़ने का एक जरिया लगता है। जब हम यहाँ से बैठ के देश में देख रहे हैं, सुन रहे हैं ये सब न्यूज़, तो मुझे लगता है 10 मेडल इज एक्सीलेंट कंपेयर टू व्हाट वी डिड इन रियो। एंड what I would have expected was better things to have happened before our delegation went to Tokyo, क्योंकि मुझे लग रहा है अभी बाकी के देशों को देखेंगे हम, जैसे चाइना या यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका, इनके डेलीगेशंस इतने बड़े हैं, इनके डेलीगेशंस इतने बेटर फॉर्म्ड एंड स्ट्रक्चर्ड हैं। तो मैं भी ऐसे हालात चाहती हूँ अपने देश के लिए भी। सो maybe the 10 medals, I'm not a medal madness person. That's how I'll define myself. I don't want to look at the medals because disability sports is something beyond medals, you know. The Paralympic movement is something beyond the medals. And that is what I want to keep on bringing up in India every time I talk.
No, that's perfectly all right. But जैसे आपने खुद कहा कि ये कहीं ना कहे अच्छी पोजीशन तो इंडिया ने हासिल की है पहले से, उसे बेहतर किया जा सकता है, उस पर हम बात करेंगे। हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट दीज मेडल आर फॉर द पैरालंपिक स्पोर्ट्स इन इंडिया इन नियर फ्यूचर?
They are definitely highly path breaking, I could say. You know, I think these medals, like, they are all coming from places where we really can't say they're all urban medals. You know, that's how I'll call. They're all semi-urban and rural medals. So we have Nishad Kumar, who's coming from a remote place in Himachal Pradesh, and we have people coming from Rajasthan and Haryana, जहाँ पे उनकी access ज़्यादा नहीं रही education की. So I think every medal, or you take the second medal that Mariappan Thangavelu has got, and every time a Paralympic medal is happening, the rural and semi-urban spaces in India are opening up to this possibility that persons with disabilities, जिनके क्या बोलते हैं, जो विकलांग है, जैसे बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में कि जो विकलांग है, उनके लिए एक नया रास्ते की तरह दिख रहा है ना, कि इनकी जिंदगी में पढ़ाई, वोकेशनल ट्रेनिंग और टाइप राइटिंग या मल्टीमीडिया कोर्सेज के ऊपर भी इनके करियर के ऑप्शंस है। तो आई थिंक दीज मेडल्स आर shattering those stereotypes in the semi-urban and rural areas in India. And in the urban areas, there is all these discussions happening where people are saying, oh, accessibility, public transport. एक disabled इंसान को देखते हैं तो they are probably not staring and they are maybe saying, hey, do you play sports? Those conversations are happening in the urban areas, whereas in semi-urban and rural, people are saying, how can I play? How can I do this? So it's great. These medals are, I think, at the micro level in the villages and rural and semi-urban spaces in India, they are opening up possibilities that people never thought of before.
एब्सोल्युटली। अब आपसे जानना चाहता हूँ, आपने बिगिनिंग में कहा कि USA का देख लो या चाइना का देख लो, उनका बड़ा डेलीगेशन था, प्रॉपर आए थे वो। how do you differentiate India from them?
See, let's not forget that India stepping into this whole Paralympic spaces. We'll just talk about Paralympic spaces. Before I talk about the rest of the stuff, I just want to remind our listeners again, we have 3 disability sport national sport federations in India, which are recognized by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. एक डेफ स्पोर्ट्स के लिए है, एक स्पेशल ओलंपिक्स भारत है जो इंडिविजुअल्स इंटेलेक्चुअली डिसेबल्ड होते हैं उनके लिए कमिटेड स्पोर्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. तो हम आज सिर्फ पैरालंपिक्स के बारे में बात करेंगे. तो पैरालंपिक कमिटी ऑफ इंडिया हैज हैड इट्स ओन जर्नी ऑफ अप्स एंड डाउन. सो वो एक ऐसी संस्था है जिसमें ज्यादा स्टेबिलिटी नहीं रही है एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव कैपेसिटी से देखेंगे तो आप एक सच्चाई से पूछेंगे तो शायद 2016 is 16, right? So 2016 Rio is the first time when we even had a decent team. We could call a team which went there. In the past, prior to 2016, the kind of teams that were going were individuals who were able to get access to Sports Authority of India, to get the funding approval, and these smaller delegations of people used to travel. It was still not like a national sport federation structure. The 2011 का कोड का जो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन हुआ था भारत में, जो स्पोर्ट्स कोड बोलते हैं उसको नेशनल स्पोर्ट डेवलपमेंट कोड ऑफ इंडिया कहते हैं. 2011 का PDF डॉक्यूमेंट है. Unfortunately, it's not accessible, so it must be printed and made into braille or something for blind people. But otherwise, it's not screen reader friendly. Or for the others, it's most of the parts of it are clear enough to understand. So that document is the guide. But from 2011 से 16 तक भी ज्यादा नहीं हुआ था PCI के अंदर. So when you compare ourselves with the teams of other countries, we are talking about the presence of people like a physiotherapist, sports psychologist, टीम मैनेजर्स होते हैं जो स्पोर्ट मैनेजमेंट के ट्रेन प्रोफेशनल्स होते हैं. दे हैव स्पोर्ट कम्युनिकेशन स्पेशलिस्ट जो MBA या MA इन मास कम्युनिकेशन किए होते हैं, हु नो हाउ टू कम्युनिकेट द न्यूज. कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन बाहर रखना है तो वो एक स्पेशलिस्ट लिखता है और एक फॉर्म में बाहर लेके आते हैं. लाइक एग्जाम्पल, from the start of the Paralympics, from before the start of Paralympics, I'm subscribed to newsletters of United States. So मुझे हर दिन एक न्यूज़लेटर आ जाता है जिसमें मुझे पता चल जाता है कि टीम USA के क्या क्या पार्टिसिपेशन था, क्या क्या अचीवमेंट्स थे. लेकिन यहाँ पे इंडिया में we don't have that, and that there's a lot of layers to this in India. So we are not having teams that are like क्या बोलते हैं multiple professionals forming one team and having able leadership at the top is not our structure in Paralympic Committee of India. That is our biggest deficiency, I will say. If we want to really turn the tables, that is where we have to start as a country.
Right. दो चीजें बहुत चर्चा में रही पैरालंपिक में, एक पैरालंपिक से पहले और पैरालंपिक के बीच में. एक नरेश कुमार का इशू और दूसरा विनोद कुमार का इशू. तो उन दोनों पर मैं डिटेल चाहूंगा कि आप लिसनर्स को बताएं क्यों पैरालंपिक कमेटी नरेश कुमार को कंसीडर नहीं कर रहे थे वहां के लिए, और दूसरा जो विनोद कुमार की जो असेसमेंट थी उनके कारण उनका जो मेडल रह गया. तो हु इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर दिस?
In both the cases, I will hold the Paralympic Committee of India responsible because नरेश कुमार जी का केस जो वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में गए हैं वो साफ है, उसका डॉक्यूमेंट्स है. To discuss that case in detail will take like the whole hour away from us. But I can tell you what went wrong in Naresh Kumar's case also. Naresh Kumar is a 5-time Paralympian. There are two types of discussions that are happening in India's Paralympic community. जहाँ पे एक तरफ लोग बोल रहे हैं कि ये इंसान को फिर से पैरालंपिक्स में जाने का कोई अधिकार नहीं था क्योंकि ये इन्होंने कुछ भी नहीं किया. 5 पैरालंपिक में ये जाते रहे हैं, ये पब्लिक का पैसे इस्तेमाल किए हैं, वेदर इट इज डोनर्स और टैक्स पेयर्स मनी फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट थ्रू स्पोर्ट्स अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया. एक वो क्रिटिसिज्म है इन पे कि इन्होंने कुछ भी नहीं किया, एंड दिस वाज प्रोबेबली लाइक अ ट्रिप हैपनिंग फॉर हिम ईच टाइम व्हाइल ही डिड हैव सम क्रेडेंशियल्स एज अ शूटर. दैट इज वन साइड ऑफ द आर्ग्यूमेंट. द अदर साइड ऑफ द आर्ग्यूमेंट, पीपल आर सेइंग कि 5 बार ये जा चुके हैं, शायद ये 6th टाइम इनको एक मेडल जीतने का कोई अवकाश होता था. बट द पॉइंट बिटवीन बोथ दीज आर्ग्यूमेंट्स, दानिश, इज दैट द वे इन विच दिस टीम ऑफ 54 individuals was prepared or put together has too many problems. the number of problems, if we start listing, no, we will not have any time to like talk about anything else. Some of the basic things are the lack of clarity in calling for selections or in the lineup to the qualification to Tokyo. We all know the last 24 months are like so much of pandemic related stuff, but people, Indian players, para athletes from India were traveling to go out to events, international events, जहां पे इनका क्लासिफिकेशन किया जा रहा था या ये compete कर रहे थे रेस टू टोक्यो रैंकिंग्स के लिए. तो इतने सारे लाइक हर स्पोर्ट में इतने थोड़े इवेंट्स होती हैं जिनमें आपको compete करना पड़ेगा, पॉइंट्स जीतनी पड़ेंगी या मेडल्स जीतने पड़ेंगे ताकि आप टोक्यो में क्वालिफाई कर सके. और यू हैव टू accumulate points to be able to say when the Tokyo Games is going to put together a roster, you will make the cut of top 8 or top 7 or top 6. Okay? और नरेश कुमार जी के केस में या किसी और के in among all these 54 people who made it there, these 54 people are the only people who were actually able to, or 54 plus another plus 20 here or there, were the only maximum maybe 75 people from India were able to navigate through that system of going to multiple international events, right? And ये जो 75 लोग हैं, इनमें से आधे से ज्यादा लोगों को now and then स्पोर्ट्स अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया का फंडिंग भी मिल रहा था जो पब्लिक मनी है. तो इसमें क्वेश्चन ये है कि the point is not about Naresh Kumar not getting to go to Paralympics and the court ruling in his favor. I ask, why should an athlete have to go to a Supreme Court to get his right?
Absolutely.
And so the point here is that pathway of how this team ended up in Tokyo is highly complex, and we are not able to, as a researcher, I'm not able to put my finger on it. I'm the only person in this country who is actually putting down documents on a paper and mapping stuff out and saying, how did this person go from somewhere in Sonipat to Tokyo, right? And when I'm trying to track that person's journey, it should not be complicated. It should be pretty simple. They should have qualified at the district level, then they should have gone, they should be the best people in their district, and from their district they should go to the best in the state, and the best of the states are going to go to the national team. It is that clear in India.
Right.
The sport makes it that clear. So in Naresh Kumar's case, I am not seeing that clarity. I'm not able to see a roster of parachuters who have been selected. I don't have our best country's shooter in a list. Avani Lekhara is a person who had supreme support from her family. She was guarded, she was protected, and the path was made for her. Like, her level of preparation was like Abhinav Bindra level of preparation. No doubt she won a gold medal. And I'm not saying that came to her easily, right? But a whole family, team of people batted for her on this. That is Naresh Kumar's case, right?
Yeah.
Now comes to Vinod Kumar's case. So for me, I say Naresh Kumar nahi ja sake, that's again a different debate. I say that the pathway of how the 54 made it to Tokyo needs higher scrutiny, deeper scrutiny, and people with disabilities who are looking at this inspirational content should ask, हाँ ये 54 लोग गए, लेकिन इनके ऊपर इनके जो competitors हैं जो second, third places में आए इंडिया से, जो ये टीम बना नहीं सके, like they could not make the cut to go into the Tokyo team. Where are all those people, and how were those people justified for not getting the top spot to make it to Tokyo, right? Because that is all comes under rights violation. So that is Naresh Kumar's case. विनोद कुमार जी के केस में आज सुनील जैन जी ने मुझे एक आर्टिकल भेजा था इंडियन एक्सप्रेस का रिपोर्ट, जिसमें दीपा जी ने बोला कि that this is a decision by the IPC and this happens, some kind of an eyewash response where the reader is not getting clarity on what went wrong with Vinod Kumar's case, right? What happened in Vinod Kumar's case, what I know as a person who's been trained in classification in United States, I can tell you, when a person with disability is going to compete in a competition, they have to be assigned a sport class. The sport class has two parts. One is a letter part followed by a number, and the T in a classification means track events. तो वो बंदा track events करेगा, वो लड़की track events करेगी. F is field events, and any number followed to that it belongs to a certain class of activities. Okay, and so 60s classes are like amputees. Okay, so the क्लासिफिकेशन नंबर जो असाइन होता है इनका, स्पोर्ट क्लास जो असाइन होता है इनका, इसका प्रोसेस थोड़ा डिटेल्ड है। पहली बार जब कोई कंपटीशन में जाना चाहता है तो इट्स नॉट लाइक अ डिसेबल्ड पर्सन कैन वॉक इनटू अ पैरा स्पोर्ट्स इवेंट। उनको एक क्लासिफिकेशन पैनल के थ्रू जाना पड़ता है। Once you write your name for the event, they will ask you what is your class and you say I have not been classified. They will put you in the classification list and event से शायद एक दिन पहले आपको वहां पे जाके अपना क्लासिफिकेशन कराना पड़ता है, जिसमें specific to track and field only I will tell you because this is a track and field issue. क्योंकि पैरा बैडमिंटन में अलग होता है, शूटिंग में अलग होता है, स्विमिंग का अलग होता है क्लासिफिकेशन, एंड हर एक स्ट्रीम में क्लासिफायर्स अलग से होते हैं। यूजुअली दे आर पीपल हु हैव अ मेडिकल बैकग्राउंड, फिजियोथेरेपी बैकग्राउंड, ऑक्यूपेशनल थेरेपी और फिजिकल मेडिसिन एंड रिहैबिलिटेशन का बैकग्राउंड हो सकता है। ये लोग क्लासिफायर्स बनते हैं। एंड बट स्पेसिफिक टू ट्रैक एंड फील्ड देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ क्लासिफायर्स दैट आर देयर इन द पैरालंपिक सिस्टम। फर्स्ट इज अ मेडिकल क्लासिफायर, second is a technical classifier. I am a technical classifier. I am not a medical classifier. Even though I have a physiotherapy degree and I was trained in adapted sports, I was decided to be put in the adapted sports spaces because मेरा experience उसमें ज़्यादा रहा है more than physiotherapy. And when there is a medical and a technical classifier, the medical classifier will do the physical assessment जो typically physiotherapy में होता है कि आपका limb length differences देखते हैं। अगर आपको टोन का प्रॉब्लम है तो मेजर करते हैं कि आपको क्या टोन है आपके बॉडी, आपके limbs में। और if you have a spinal cord injury, they will assess what is the level of injury and make sure that your medical report that you bring with you is matching, that the medical diagnosis documents you have match with the presentation of your disability. Right, and once that matching is done, they say, okay, this person is probably going to go into this kind of a class, right? वो होने के बाद technical assessment होता है depending on the sport you're going into. Like a person who is being measured to go onto the track will have a different kind of technical assessment versus a person who's going to do a shot put throw in a throwing, right? ये पूरा setup जो होता है इसका it depends. Some people का easy हो जाता है classification, like somebody like Palak Kohli has a very easy classification because it's a missing limb or a part of the limb, whereas a person with like Deepa Malik or Karamjyoti Dalal is going to have a longer classification process because their spinal cord injured, उनका ज़्यादा testing होता है। In Vinod Kumar's case, what happened based on what we know publicly is his sport class was not assigned. उनको स्पोर्ट क्लास दिया नहीं गया था। तो जो 22 के दिन उनका हुआ था क्लासिफिकेशन पैनल में जो वो गए, on 22 August he was not given a confirmed class, Danish. And when that happens to a para athlete at the Paralympic level, it is evident to the National Paralympic Committee that उनका confirmation नहीं हुआ है। तो ये PCI का जिम्मेदारी था कि ये notify करे पब्लिक को, ये notify करे। Actually first they inform and they explain this to Vinod because we can't always assume that all the para athletes are highly literate about the Paralympic system and they know exactly what's happening. तो पहले विनोद जी को बताना था ये, उसके बाद में इनको ये publicly notify करना था कि इनका confirmation नहीं हुआ. The third thing was informing like offices like the PMO, SAI and MIAS because so much of the Prime Minister's office was talking to him about after the medal. बहुत embarrassment हो गया जिसमें athlete का बहुत शर्मिंदगी होती है जब ये होता है और ये miscommunication हो गया जिसका उन्होंने जिम्मेदारी नहीं लिया. So when the confirmation was not given, there was a chance for his class to have been questioned or observation and competition to have happened. Observation and competition is not something that's announced because this happens when the classifiers are not able to clearly put you in a class और वो आपको ऑब्जर्व करना चाहते हैं जब आप अपना बेस्ट एफर्ट दे रहे हो. जब आप अपना बेस्ट एफर्ट दे रहे हो यू विल बी एट द ऑप्टिमल प्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ योर फंक्शनल एबिलिटी. और इनके केस में वाई कॉम्पिटिशन नॉट क्लासिफिकेशन नॉट क्लास नॉट कंफर्म CNC क्यों दिया गया है, इसके दो कारण हो सकते हैं. लाइक आई डोंट वांट टू अगेन स्पेक्युलेट एंड से गिव आउट मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन, बट व्हेन दे आर नॉट एबल टू कंफर्म द क्लास दे विल से आपको दूसरे इवेंट में आ जाइए. बट समटाइम्स ऑल्सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज if there's any malpractice also competition observation in competition happens कि ये क्या फेक कर रहे हैं अपने डिसेबिलिटी को. क्योंकि इंटरनेशनली मैंने ये इतना सुना है कि हमारे देश से इतना होता है तो ये बहुत शर्मिंदगी की बात है. लेकिन लाइक देयर इज एविडेंस ऑफ आवर ओन PCI स्टाफ कोचेस टेलिंग पीपल विद डिसेबिलिटीज जिनका कोई एजुकेटेड कॉन्टेक्स्ट नहीं होता है, वो पढ़े लिखे नहीं होते, उनको बचाता है कि भैया आप अगर अपना डिसेबिलिटी ज्यादा फेक करोगे ना तो आपको मेडल मिलने के चांसेस ज्यादा हो जाएंगे, आपको बस ऐसा अपने आप को प्रेजेंट करना चाहिए. आई एम अफ्रेड बिकॉज आई नो केसेस लाइक दिस, दानिश. आई एम अफ्रेड
But
दैट
you are labeling a huge allegation. Do you have evidence?
See, in Vinod Kumar's case, I don't have evidence. But yesterday, I can't tell you the name of this para badminton player. Somebody called me and they said, I don't know if anybody is aware. People who listen to this know. God bless his soul. Ramesh Tikaram ji अभी नहीं रहे हैं, वो गुजर गए हैं पिछले साल कोविड की वजह से. उन्होंने बताया कि रमेश टिकाराम जी बताते थे पैरा बैडमिंटन प्लेयर्स को कि फेक करो अपनी डिसेबिलिटी. So what I'm saying is this is happening because para athletes.
Do you think if it would have been better communicated तो उनका क्लासिफिकेशन हो सकता था? 22 तारीख को पता लग गया था. They had time to communicate.
Oh, they see if their class was not confirmed, the PCI, it was the NPC's responsibility, the National Paralympic Committee of India का responsibility था कि ये communicate करें, ये clarify करें classifiers के साथ, technical delegates के साथ बात करे थे और ये clarity दिला सकते थे. Is it, you think of it, Danish, so many type of disabilities are there in Paralympics. 4000 हैं लोग जो compete कर रहे हैं different capacities में. क्या आपको लग रहा है कि you cannot assign a class? How can you not assign a class? Or what may have happened is they may have assigned a class and the athlete has a right to say no, I will not accept this class, right?
Yeah.
And they can go legal on it. So we don't know whether Vinod Kumar is taking that route because उन्होंने personally कोई statement नहीं दिया इस बात में कि मैंने नहीं बोला उनको. We don't know that part.
But it's a huge setback for India, for Vinod Kumar personally, for the country, and absolutely embarrassing for the PCI.
See, and also the point is how it's being downplayed is the disappointment, ना? कि downplay किया जा रहा है कि now they're trying to project all the good medals, but what about that person with
I'm coming on that.
Yeah.
You are highlighting a lot of issues. Now, people would say, or people are already saying, they say, भाई साहब हमने 10 मेडल लिए हैं, तो we did a well. All the time you are creeping and crying about Paralympic. If things are not good in that, how come we are doing well after Rio, as you earlier mentioned? How would you state your arguments towards them?
See, I have a PhD in adapted physical activity जिसमें ट्रेनिंग होता है हमें सिखाने के लिए, जो इंसान जो विकलांग होते हैं उनको सिखाने के लिए कि वो कैसे स्पोर्ट या फिजिकल एक्टिविटी को अपने लिए मॉडिफाई कर सके. बट आई विल गो ऑन रिकॉर्ड एंड से दिस, 90% of the time professionals like us have very little work to do because people with disabilities who have lived with their disability personally are so good at understanding their own body that they adapt to the sport as much as they can. तो हमारा काम बहुत कम होता है. तो मैं क्या बोलती हूँ, आज जो हमारे पास 10 मेडल है ना, I don't think I can, except for Avani Lekhara who has herself trained with a top shooting coach. Outside Avani Lekhara, I am not able to find any person, any Paralympian today who has won the medal, who has actually had an excellent coach transform them. ये सभी disabled individuals जो हैं, ये खुद अपने own ability पे, these people have figured out their challenges, they have honed their own bodies, they've toned their own bodies to say, this is the way I am going to give my best to this sport skill, right? तो मुझे क्या लगता है, when people put too much of credit to say कि India जीत गया, India, I say don't disappear the identities of these individuals. Look at Nishad Kumar, look at these people individually, these javelin throwers individually. Devendra Jajaria was throwing the javelin before Neeraj Chopra even thought of throwing a javelin. So you can't really say Neeraj Chopra never came across Jajaria's story, right, as an upcoming javelin thrower. So, and who was coaching Jajaria? Yes, there were people like Satpal Singh, there were R.D. Singh, there were people. I'm not saying coaches are not there, but why don't we accept it that this is individual efforts of the people with disabilities whose credit is being swallowed up by an organization which has not put any resources in coaching and technical.
तो बेसिकली आपके 2-3 पॉइंट है. एक कि आप कहती हैं कि ये जो मेडल्स हैं, ये इसमें इंडिविजुअल को भी बड़ा श्रेय जाता है कि उन्होंने मेहनत की है, उनका जो क्रेडिट है पीसीआई ले रही है. दूसरी जो आपकी लड़ाई है, द होल फाइट ऑफ योर्स इज against system to make things transparent for everyone. So last person in the queue also get opportunity to contest in a fair manner, right?
Absolutely. It's because sports is something that gives joy to a person who's 70 years old, a person who's 30 years old, or a person who's 3 years old, right? And right now, disability community में जो sports का जिक्र हो रहा है, उसमें focus इस पे नहीं है कि सभी को मौका मिले खेलने के लिए हर लेवल पे, अपने चाहे अपने कम्युनिटी में हो या स्टेट लेवल पे हो या देश के लेवल पे या इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे. तो वही मेरा सवाल है कि पीसीआई हैज नॉट इन्वेस्टेड इन दिस इज इंडिविजुअल एथलीट्स जिन्होंने मेहनत करी है. And I'll let you ask me the next question, because if I give you my next answer, you will say you're already talking ahead of me.
No, go ahead.
No, what I'm saying is people say, so Padmini, what will you say about people like Nishad Kumar who have praised Satyanarayana, or Mariappan who says, I want every listener to keenly observe the way in which these individuals are being asked to talk about it. आप उनको उनके ऑथेंटिक स्पेसेस में, उनके पर्सनल स्पेसेस में जब आप ऑब्जर्व करोगे ना, एक से एक बात करोगे one on one, because I've myself spoken to Mariappan Thangavelu in the US personally in Arizona. I've spent time with him across 2 days. I know the truth of his story. So my concern here is, let's not get too many coaches taking too much credit about these people while persons with disabilities are themselves transforming and stepping up to the goal. These people are managers. These are not coaches. There's a huge difference between coaches and managers. And what we have in India in the form of a Gaurav Khanna or a Satyanarayana is their managers. They're good. They know how to crack the code of the system. They know how to beat through the system. They're not coaches. Don't insult the authentic coaches, the unsung heroes of Indian sports, who are not seen. Everybody knows Mr. Nambiar, late Mr. Nambiar was PT Usha ma'am's coach. But how many people know how Mr. Nambiar used to look? Everybody remembers PT Usha, but is he not revered? He is probably one of the best track and field coaches India has had. So I say coaches are the unsung heroes of Indian sports, but the people in para-athletics today cannot steal the title of coach. They are not coaches. We have better coaches in NAS Patiala.
Right. So 2 questions. A, recently you wrote an article which makes so much noise. Tell our listeners a bit about that article and what people are objecting for. And second thing, you are almost fighting from long to bring a change in a Paralympic Committee of India in Paralympic sports. Do you see a change coming, or it's long way to go?
First question is that article that on the portal The Bridge, which is like an upcoming sports portal in India, and I encourage everybody who's listening to visit the Bridge portal. And if you find the website inaccessible, I want you to tell that to Bridge to fix the accessibility. That's my first message to our listeners. And the second part is about that article. I was contacted by the Bridge because I post a lot on Twitter. मैं Twitter पे बहुत vocal हूँ ये चीज़ों पे. And to everybody who's listening to me, I want to also say that I have been blocked by the Paralympic Committee of India on Twitter, ताकि मेरे tweets IPC के network में ना जाएं. तो because if I tag them, the truth keeps coming out, right? So they've blocked me. So when I kept tweeting about it a lot, I think the Bridge reporters on Bridge or content managers on Bridge are also on Twitter, and they got in touch with me and they said, we would like to talk to you about this topic. And I said, see, I'm tweeting about something that's going wrong in Indian Paralympics. I don't want to talk to people because I am tired of people justifying to me that India में सब कुछ ऐसे ही चलता है. और मैंने बोला मैं unparliamentary language use कर लूंगी आपके साथ, so मुझे बात नहीं करना है. And then they were like, no, please, the point is to communicate your points. So because you are already, you write, so can you write the piece for us instead of, if you say that it is strong content that will make an impact, we are more than happy to put it out, and please write a long form. और मुझे लोग ने दो टाइप के क्वेश्चंस मेरे पास आ रहे हैं कि Padmini, why do you write such long articles? I say, when you're trying to explain to somebody about a very new concept, and para athletics or para sports in India is still a very new concept. जब आप जितने डिटेल में हो सके उतने डिटेल में ही लिखना पड़ेगा आपको. This is not like reporting about cricket, which has been around for over 100 years. So I say, जितनी डिटेल पे आप लिखोगे उतना लोग सीखेंगे, उतना उसके बारे में चर्चा होगा. तो दिस आर्टिकल वाज टू गिव ए सिस्टम्स पर्सपेक्टिव on what is not visible to the regular person who's going through the social media feed or newspapers reporting on Paralympic sports in India. This was to tell people what is happening behind the screen. तो आज मुझे communications राजस्थान से, हरियाणा से, नागालैंड से एंड पंजाब से आ रहे हैं, पूछ रहे हैं लोग कि मैम सच्ची में हमारा स्टेट यूनिट सस्पेंडेड है क्या? तो मैंने बोला देखो मेरे पास तो जितने कागज है उसके हिसाब से तो मुझे पता है कि टर्मिनेट हो गया, लेकिन उसके आगे आपको जाके पूछना है अपने स्टेट यूनिट में. तब जाके बात यहाँ पे जा रही है कि पीपल आर सेइंग मैडम हमारा ऑफिस कहाँ है. मैंने बोला वेबसाइट पे देख लो. जब ये लोग लिस्ट करते हैं ना डिटेल्स स्टेट यूनिट्स के, आधे से ज्यादा जगहों पे फोन उठाया नहीं जाता है. जहाँ पे ऑफिस का लिस्टिंग होता है वहां पे ऑफिस नहीं होता है, नहीं तो वो किसी के घर में होता है. तो मैं क्या बोलती हूँ अपने लिसनर्स को कि I think there is a need for public scrutiny of the Paralympic system. If the government is giving it a status of an NSF, तो वो systems approach से आप देखोगे तो बस don't worry about the rest of the country ना, अपने state में देखो. आप अपने state में है क्या? Disability community को इतने hard तरीके में, I don't know what is the right word, you have to ask in the most powerful way, what is my state unit of Paralympic Committee of India doing? That was the purpose of writing that first article.
दूसरा मैं आपसे जानना चाह रहा था कि आप लंबे अरसे से फाइट कर रही हैं, तो आपको लग रहा है कोई चेंज आ रहा है?
Yeah, see, in 2014-15 when I started tweeting or writing about using the hashtag Adapted Sports India, the idea was to communicate to people what was happening. And today I'm proud to say in 2021, today I have people who are emailing me or talking to me and saying, Padmini, how can I become a part of this change? The people with disabilities are talking to me today and saying, how can I be adding to your voice? Which I think, when I compare myself to 2015 today, I am having such a large community of Indians who are saying, oh God, I never thought of these topics. So you know what, if nothing, I will keep reading and I'll keep educating myself. And अगर मेरे आजू बाजू कभी भी कोई भी गलत बात करेगा तो मैं इनको करेक्ट करूंगा या करेक्ट करूंगी. So for me, I think it's a win, Danish. And हाँ, ये बहुत लंबा रास्ता है. And I have also done this. I am still alone in this. A lot of people think differently, but I think there is no one outside me who is right now asking the questions I'm asking. And that's highly disappointing. And that's a disappointment I have with the disability rights community in India. But I'll also tell you this. In different capacities, the disability rights community in India, whether it was an organization like the NPRD or was it like Dr. Satyendra Singh or Sunil Jain, people have added their voices in private capacities. Like I would reach out to them for something and they will forward the communication, या RTI का analysis में help करेंगे. So there are people who are silent warriors with me over the years. They do this with a lot of people, so they don't like to take credit for it. But I still think there is a need for a large, just like दबांग के जैसा कुछ होना चाहिए disability community से कि nothing about us, without us or something. Nipun was saying a statement the other day in Mirror Now का interview. So it has to be like that. Disabled people should say, when I am not involved in it, why are you even trying to say you're doing this for me? That attitude आना चाहिए. ये लंबा है. Change मैं देख रही हूँ दानिश. I cannot say there's no change at all. I'll be wrong if I say there's no change. But it's a small change.
Last question I want to ask you. PCI के पास sources हैं, resources हैं. Now, two things. A, what would you suggest to them? Number two, why they are not able to bring a transparency? What stops them? Because nobody is asking to include anyone in the administration or in the politics. They stay in their post, be transparent, and do things systematically. What is stopping them? The point is why they are not willing to have the right path and how they can improve it. Your suggestion?
Yeah, the simplest answer I can give you is there is a lack of professionalism and objectivity. अगर एक इंसान खाना पकाना जानता है, वो शेफ है, तो उसको खाना पकाना देना चाहिए उसको. I can't go stand there in their place and say I will be the chef because I feel like being the chef and because मैंने अपने घर में अच्छा खाना बनाया. अभी PCI में जो माहौल है वो चल रहा है. Because I can go on record and say this. I don't care if people are going to get affected by this. I had offered that help to Deepa Malik I think about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, through a friend, and I said, listen, I don't need any credit. She doesn't know what she's doing. There is a science behind this stuff. I will advise her. I'll tell her to how to do this. But I think it's the lack of objectivity and this craze for fame. I want to be the rescuer or something, because Deepa has refused that help and she has not learned. In all these years, she has refused to learn, whether it's about classification or the need to fix the state units or the country level work, and constantly chasing fame. That is the biggest problem. They want to get the fame. They want to keep on getting praised for doing the smallest of the thing. So that is one problem, which I think when you say, Danish, we are not asking anybody to move. I am asking them to move. They have proven time and again that they are not capable of doing this work. They have no credentials. And I also want to say this. I don't want anybody listening to this to say, oh, Padmini wants to now get into this. I have told this in the past also. No matter what, I will ensure to say that I will never get into the administration of PCI, but I will continue to want to support their work if somebody is going to take up the task, right? I'm not in for it for the position or anything, but professionals should handle it, Danish. India has highly qualified experts who have traveled outside to Australia, New Zealand, UK, and they've come back. They're young Indians. They are Indians with disabilities. There are people in so many domains who want to get involved. And PCI's current leadership has this attitude that we will not let go of anything. हम लोग सबको अपने मुट्ठी में पकड़ के रखेंगे और इससे जितना ले सके हम लेंगे. और इन सब के बीच में जो डिसेबल्ड इंडियन है, जो स्पोर्ट्स खेल रहा है, देश का नाम रोशन कर रहा है, उसका कोई जगह नहीं है.
Do we have ever audit in PCI?
CAG has, so far, I think from my RTIs, what I've discovered is Special Olympics Bharat is the only disability sport NSF that has been audited by the CAG, I think in 2014. मुझे देखना है कागज में. PCI has never been so far audited. Never. CAG एक audit चलेगा ना PCI का, तो पूरा, I think there will be one instruction from the ministry to say is to disband this body.
We must demand for that. Everybody must demand for that.
Absolutely. There should be a CAG audit and they should just disband that body and they should bring professionals. एक physiotherapist को लगाओ, एक medical doctor को, एक committee लगाओ, disabled.
Then write a next blog on that.
No, I think I will do that.
Okay. So basically, this leadership needs to go. Lateral entries should be there. New professionals should be there. So there should be a greater transparency. Government must act upon it, and let's make the future of persons with disability more empowering, and most of the people get opportunity who are deserving. So this interview was to tell you the story, because there are very less platforms जहाँ disability sports की बात होती है. तो मेरी यही कोशिश रहती है कि आपको disability से related क्या चल रहा है समाज में, हर चीज़ की latest जानकारी दूँ, और हिंदी में या जो accessible languages हैं तो सबको उसके बारे में पता चले, ताकि आप समझ चाहें कि जहाँ आपके आसपास अगर कोई स्पोर्ट्स प्लेयर है तो आप उसे बता सकें क्या है. तो हमने बात की थी पद्मिनी मैम से. जल्द एक सीरीज भी शुरू करेंगे कैसे आप स्पोर्ट्स में जा सकते हैं. थैंक यू सो मच पद्मिनी मैम फॉर गिविंग योर टाइम. योर लास्ट वर्ड्स इफ यू वांट टू से एनीथिंग.
Yeah, more than while people say there's politics everywhere in India, all I want to conclude with is politics in any ecosystem is not necessarily bad. There could be politics that can bring a change. There can be politics that can bring a revolution in people in a nice way, to improve the communities where we live. So please, if every listener who's listening to this, I feel so ashamed, and sometimes I've cried listening to this statement saying people saying India में सब कुछ ऐसा ही यार, तू क्या है. Please, आप अगर आज से अगर आप एक अपने अंदर एक चेंज लेके आ सकते हैं, तो प्लीज आप ये स्टेटमेंट बोलना बंद कर दे. स्पेशली इन स्पोर्ट्स, ऑल द मोर स्पेशली इन डिसेबिलिटी स्पोर्ट. आप प्लीज मत बोलिए कि इंडिया में सब कुछ ऐसा ही होता है. नहीं, इंडिया में मैंने बहुत चेंज देखी है. thousands of people are working for change, positive change in India. So please have hope on the country, and please never ever say there is no hope for India. इंडिया में सब कुछ ऐसा ही है. Please never say that in a negative way. Say it in a positive way. Say it in an empowering way. धन्यवाद.
थैंक यू मैम. थैंक यू फॉर योर वैल्यूबल टाइम, और हम इसे ट्रैक करते रहेंगे. All the best. Keep the good work going. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Danish. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
तो लिसनर्स, अगले सप्ताह होगी मुलाकात किसी और पर्सनैलिटी के साथ, किसी और इशू पे। तब तक दीजिए इजाजत। सुनते रहिए रेडियो उड़ाना फ्लाइट ऑफ लाइफ।
नमस्कार दोस्तों, जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं कि कोरोना महामारी से बचने के लिए हमें अपने ऑक्सीजन लेवल पर नियंत्रण पाना बहुत ज़रूरी है। इसीलिए सक्षम आप सभी के लिए लेकर आ रहा है टॉकिंग ऑक्सीमीटर, जिसको कि हम कल यानी कि 10 जुलाई 2020 को अपने पोर्टल saktek.in, जो कि SAKTEK.in है, वहां पर लॉन्च करने वाले हैं। इस डिवाइस से आप अपना ऑक्सीजन लेवल मेजर कर सकते हैं और इस मेजरमेंट के लिए आपको बहुत ज्यादा कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है। एक बहुत छोटा सा डिवाइस है जिसको आपको अपनी फिंगर से टच कराना है और आपका जो भी ऑक्सीजन लेवल होगा वो आपको रीड करके बता देगा और आप पता लगा सकते हैं कि आपकी बॉडी में ऑक्सीजन का लेवल क्या है। और इस डिवाइस को आप हमसे 3000 रुपए में खरीद सकते हैं। बट खुशखबरी ये है कि पहले 10 ऑर्डर्स पर हम 200 रुपए की छूट दे रहे हैं और पहले 10 ऑर्डर्स 2800 रुपीज में आप लेकर जा सकते हैं। तो जल्दी से जल्दी कल जैसे ही ये लॉन्च होता है फटाफट से अपना फोन उठाइए और लैपटॉप उठाइए और ऑर्डर कर दीजिए और ले आइए ऑक्सीमीटर अपने घर। धन्यवाद।